Welcome back. Some national news now. After spending 9 months in jail, Suresh Kalmari, the former Commonwealth Games Organising Committee chairman, has got bail. The Delhi High Court granted him bail on a surety of 5 lakh rupees. Former Organising Committee Director General V.K. Verma has also been granted bail. Kalmari, Verma and 9 others have been accused of allegedly awarding a contract to a Swiss firm to install a timing scoring result system for the games at an exorbitant rate that led to a loss of over 90 crore rupees. Kalmari has been lodged in Tihar since April last year.
पहली बात है we welcome it. इससे एक बात बड़ी प्रूव हुई है कि जो हायर कोर्ट्स हैं वो रूल ऑफ लॉ को एस्टैब्लिश करने में फुली अवेयर हैं और करती हैं. इससे इंडिया की जो डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम की बहुत बड़ी जीत है. और दूसरा सीबीआई को ये एक मैसेज है कि वाई यू जस्ट फॉर नथिंग डिप्राइव पीपल कि वो अपने आप को डिफेंड ना कर पाए. अब 9 महीने जेल रहे हैं और सिर्फ इसलिए कि केस ट्रायल में है. तो ये तो एक सीबीआई को भी एक मैसेज है कि दे शुड आल्सो इम्प्रूव in this path.
As you are aware, Mr. Kalmari was arrested in the month of April, and it's been 8 months in connection with the TSR FIR filed by the CBI in the TSR case. He has been released on bail today, and basically the arguments before the court were that the investigation has been completed, charge sheet has been filed, and you don't require Mr. Kalmari for the purpose of any further investigation. And secondly, that he has not influenced the witness, and he has cooperated with the investigation, and particularly in line of the judgment of the Supreme Court in Sanjay Chandra's case, which said that the bail is a rule and a jail is an exception. So all these arguments were placed before the court, and finally he has been released on bail.
I'm glad. A reprieve for Pakistani Prime Minister Yusuf Raza Gilani, as the Supreme Court has given the Prime Minister 2 weeks in the contempt case against him. The case will be heard on 1st February. But the relief comes after some tough questions were posed by the top court to the government. Hearing the case, the Supreme Court asked why the government has been silent on the graft cases for 2 years now. The Prime Minister, though, has been exempted from court appearance next time. Gilani, who was slapped with the contempt notice for not opening corruption cases against President Zardari, told the court presidents that across the world enjoy immunity, and the Pakistani constitution allows its president immunity as well. Striking a consolatory note, the Prime Minister also said he respects the judiciary and served a jail term earlier on. The entire route to the Supreme Court virtually turned into a fortress with massive security on the ground and in the air, with many helicopters hovering over the route and the Supreme Court complex. The Gujarat government today moved the Supreme Court, challenging the Gujarat High Court verdict which upheld the appointment of the state Lokayukta by the governor. The Modi government's appeal says that the High Court is wrong and needs to be kept aside. The appeal states that the proper procedure has not been followed in the appointment of the Lokayukta. Delhi High Court adjourned the hearing case filed by Google and Facebook to February 2nd. The internet giants had challenged the summons issued to their executives by the lower court for objectionable content posted on their websites. During the last hearing, Google and Facebook had argued that there was no way for them to screen content before it was posted online. Both companies are among 21 firms whose executives have been summoned to appear in person in a lower court on March 13th for allegedly hosting obscene and objectionable content. During her visit to Mathura today, the media got too close to her and her bodyguards. She pushed them back, leading to a brawl, and no one was hurt. But the bodyguards broke some cameras, and in Mumbai too, the media had followed opera across the city, covering the visit very, very closely. More. We have a short break now. Stay tuned.